Similar to light shadow work, male-female integration gives you more awareness and power to achieve your goals. This work will not change who you are, as both genders exist within us, whether we realize it or not. We will now consider Step 7 Orange, Developing New Core Belief Systems, and Male-Female Integration with Transgender Identity, which is designed for those who wish to find quantum balance, bypass the gender stereotypes, and incorporate the best traits into our own unique way of knowing and being. It challenges and assists us to overcome self-limiting beliefs. It teaches you how to create more inner peace, abundance, and self-acceptance. It replaces gender stereotypes with the best traits from societal and cultural norms. You might be wondering, how is Quantum Health Transformation Step 7 different from other lifestyle programs? First of all, it allows for self-empowerment through self-integration. It provides the third foundation to the complete Quantum Health Transformation Lifestyle Program through opening the mind and raising awareness. It opens one up to new paradigm possibilities. Step 7 Orange, Developing New Core Belief Systems and Male-Female Energy Integration will teach you methods to cast off undesired gender stereotypes. It gives you enormous freedom to express as truly unique individuals. It provides the basic mechanics of gender diversity. It offers self-empowerment through self-creation and self-identity. It helps us to view common belief systems from a fresh perspective and to increase self-awareness through self-integration. It assists us to find our balance energetically and mentally to increase personal power, and it teaches us more about the divine feminine and divine masculine that are within. In Step 8, I suggested ways to give birth to new core belief systems. If you have not already done so, watch Quantum Health Transformation Step 8 Red Grounding and Birth of Core Belief Systems, primer and live videos. Once you have considered this information and have done the recommended exercises, you will be well on your way to loving yourself unconditionally. You are now ready to further develop your new core belief systems. It is important to note that you can keep your preferred gender flair if you like. Androgyny is not the goal unless this is your choice. Start by writing down 2 lists. One list with the cultural attributes you consider to be female, and another list for those traits that you consider to be male. You will find positive and negative things on your lists because everything casts a shadow. Select the attributes from both of your lists which you wish to own and strengthen, and choose to let go of the ones that no longer serve you. This is your life, and only you can decide how to be. Incorporate the desired traits into your affirmation visualization program, and soon you will see the benefits of integrating cultural male and female ways of being into a new, improved sense of self. Remember that we are not only physical, but are also energetic beings. Female energy governs the left side of the body, and male energy governs the right. Do your own research. Female and male energy is called yin and yang. Although the yin-yang symbol appears to be binary, it is actually spinning fast enough to blend both sides into one. A balance is vital for health, as recognized for centuries by many Asian cultures. Find your balance energetically and mentally to increase your personal power. Now I want to speak a little bit to the physical application of this lesson, which I'm going to call gender mechanics. And I think there's never been a better time to explore what this actually means with all the new information that's coming out today. So I want to stress that all humans are one species and we're one race. And we are gender neutral at conception. Only when specific hormones are made available or not available in utero are the external or internal genitalia determined, which we designate as male and female. However, when specific hormones are over or undersupplied, a female person with XX chromosomes could be born with external genitalia, creating the appearance of being male. And a male person with XY chromosomes could be born with internal genitalia, creating the appearance of being female. Genitalia are necessary for reproduction, but have little bearing on our personality, character, thinking, or ways of being. It might surprise you to know that most of what we describe as typically male or typically female behavior and ability is culturally constructed and conditioned because these behaviors are dictated by the fancy of the ruling class. When we realize that our cultural socialization is no longer of benefit to us, it begins to disintegrate, revealing our true nature and authentic selves. We soon realize that we are part of a gender continuum and we have both male and female qualities. If we feel at our best with one or the other extreme of gender designation, which is male or female, and this matches our genitalia, then we are located at one of the two poles on a gender nubby ball. The midpoint, or the equator, would represent androgyny. As you have learned from step 9, all things can be analyzed as a nubby ball. There are infinite possibilities of where our authentic selves and gender identity may be located on the nubby ball. Most of us fall somewhere between the two poles of extreme. Realizing this gives us enormous freedom to express as the unique individuals we truly are, and not as gender stereotypes. Are you aware that many common things affect the location of our genitalia and gender preference? The most common causes are prenatal exposure to androgens. Androgens are found in pesticides and insecticides. Toxins. Toxins are found in cleaning products and solvents. Other contaminants, like many pharmaceuticals, and inadequate nutrition are only some of the contributing factors. Lack of awareness, accountability, and compassion has contributed to the glut of toxic man-made chemicals that flood our world with products that directly influence fertility, genetics, and the gender of unborn babies. Androgens, toxins, and other contaminants like prescription medication affect both the egg and sperm of both parents. No wonder we have so many transgender children today. As a result, babies are sometimes born with ambiguous genitalia, and it's estimated that this would be 1 in every 200 births. I was really surprised by this statistic because I would have guessed that it was much less than that, but it's fairly common. It is still the standard medical practice to surgically turn all intersex babies into females. This often results in gender confusion and gender dysphoria later on as they mature. The dictionary definition of transgender, which is an adjective, reads something like this. Transgender is a catch-all term used to describe people who do not fit the strict polar dichotomy of male and female. This designation includes so many different ways of being that it's beyond the scope of this lesson to cover them all. Do some research if this topic interests you. There's plenty of information out there regarding gender diversity. Those on the gender continuum who wish to alter or disguise the appearance of their primary and secondary sex characteristics, along with behavior, either temporarily or permanently, are transsexual. Transsexual lifestyles may include cross-dresser, drag queen or drag king, transvestite, and fetish. Now, a cross-dresser is usually someone who likes to wear clothes of what they perceive as the opposite sex, and they generally do this for a sense of comfort. Drag queen and drag king are people who pass as the opposite sex for theatrical and entertainment purposes. Transvestite has to do with sexuality, and fetish has to do with the kink world. A transsexual person who wishes to permanently change their gender is commonly called F to M, female to male, or M to F, male to female. Usually, behavior modification and gender resocialization is required before gender reassignment surgery is possible. It is interesting to note that being gay, lesbian, or bisexual has nothing to do with gender identity. This is a whole different discussion regarding ways of loving and erotic desire. I personally know trans women who partner with men and others who partner with women, and the same is true for trans men. In other cases, some people self-identify as pansexual or pangender. Pansexual means that the individual can be sexually attracted to another human being regardless of where they fall on the gender continuum. You could say that they are not gay, bisexual, or straight. A pangendered individual does not hold a self-concept of being strictly male or female. They may self-identify as somewhere between the genders or of no gender at all. There's plenty of information easily available online for those who might want to know more about gender and/or sexuality. Now, getting back to quantum health transformation, once you consider cultural male-female integration techniques, you can expand your awareness of who you really are, cast off the gender stereotypes, and access your full potential. Now you can create your own unique gender preferences. Mix it up a bit until you find that which fits you, and feel free to change. Change this as often as you want as you evolve. Of course, it's still perfectly okay to identify culturally as strictly male or female if this makes you happy. Now, if we choose to, we can more fully develop the divine feminine and the divine masculine within. This adds to the balance of creation and anchors into our earthly grid both of these energies. Knowledge is power, and personal knowledge is personal power. Be all that you desire to be on your own terms. There is no universally accepted right or wrong, but it serves us to recognize that energetically we hold both energies and indeed need them to be fully human. You can break the chains that bind you. You have the power. It's you. It's always been you. Next, watch Quantum Health Transformation Step 7 Orange, Primer, and Live Workshop. This is found at www.karenholtonhealthcoach.com/videos/step-7/. And this concludes Quantum Health Transformation Step 7. Please feel free to contact me for more information and for assistance with your integration program. My services are found under the Shop tab on my website. I want to take a moment to mention that I am very grateful for all the forces and the beings that assist me with the production of this 9-step online course. This online course is absolutely free, and if you would like to help support my work, please consider purchasing some of my beautiful Zen Domes organites. Due to the pandemic, we're having difficulty sourcing supplies, and so we are unable to make more at this time, but there is still plenty to choose from. I still have quite a few disc-shaped orgone generators available. I offer the 7 chakra orgonite disc set with engraved chakra symbols. Each disc is tuned to match each of your 7 chakras. I also have 3 round shields, which include crystal combinations for protection, abundance, and vitality. Then there is the Shungite collection featuring Shungite power discs, with each one has a Merkaba symbol, which also combines Shungite with clear quartz, rose quartz, citrine, or amethyst. These are perfect for placing under your pillow at night or to carry in your pocket or purse, and are very effective when they're added to a salty bath. Try them alone or in combination. If you want to help create the change that you wish to see in the world, or make contact with ET, and or participate in the Intergalactic Resettlement Program, take exquisite care of the temple body, raise your vibrational frequency, and learn from the Quantum Health Transformation Program. Thank you for sharing this time with me. If you would like to enjoy more of my content, check out my website at www.karenholtonhealthcoach.com. That's KarenHolton healthcoach.com, where you will find an abundance of free resources to assist with energetic ascension into physical, mental, and spiritual paradise. You will find the 9 Steps to Quantum Health Transformation, a free, no strings attached, comprehensive, online lifestyle course. You will also find the Quantum Guide Show, which I host, and I have interviews with awakened masters. Let them share their quantum work with you. I also co-host a show called Forbidden Transformation with Karen and Chris, and we teach people how to make positive ET contact, improve your life, and find your experiencer community. The Fringe View. Science fiction becomes science fact as you learn about my real-life paranormal and extraterrestrial experiences from my various podcasts. And if you would like to support my work, check out my online shop where you will find Zen Domes Orgonite, as mentioned in this presentation, my unique brand of orgone generators. They're ethically sourced, they're handmade, and they're double charged for maximum effect. You might be wondering, what do you mean by ethically sourced? Well, what that means is they're not made in a factory and they're not made in a sweatshop. They're handmade by a friend of mine, and then I do work with them to double charge them through a quantum entanglement process. And you can read more about that on my website. I also offer a limited supply of comfort crystals. This is a limited collection of energetically infused semi-precious stones. I also offer quite a few different lifestyle services, workshops, assessments, and one-on-one support and coaching. And 3 of the new services that I've added in the last 6 months, one of them is Intuitive Time with Karen and Chris, where myself and Chris Matthew from Forbidden Knowledge News are willing to meet with people and share some time and some insight and some advice or whatever people want to talk about, whether it's ET or other paranormal experiences. I also offer spiritual support for anybody having any kind of spiritual issues. It can be traditional or non-traditional. It could be new age. It can be something that's totally your unique way of being spiritual. But sometimes we need a little bit of support, or sometimes we need someone to bounce our ideas off of in order to make it through the current level and move on to where we're aiming to go. And then, of course, I also have ET support for people who have experienced ET contact, whether it's pleasant or not very pleasant. I'm here to listen to what you have to say, believe and believe in your experience, validate your experience, and offer you some support. And then finally, I also offer some PDF downloads, which are printable, shareable copies of my different lessons. So again, my website is www.karenholtonhealthcoach.com. And I now have two channels. I have my YouTube channel, which is www.youtube.com/C/Karen Holton TV, and my backup channel on Odyssey. Odyssey is spelled Odyssee, and you can find me at www.odyssey.com/at Karen Holton TV. Thank you for joining me, and I'm sending much love to each and every one of you. I hope the rest of your week is fantastic.